Stephen Darby, who lost here with Swindon Town back in 2010 in the League One final. Bags of playoff experience on both sides here, both good and bad today. Seemed to be a wrestling match between Hansen and Cameron, but Bradford get the ball. Here's Reid. Tozer sticking with him very tightly again. Meredith, Hansen challenging. It'll come all the way through, and Hansen's waiting for the pullback, and Hansen comes up with the opening goal for Bradford. And after the gloom and doom at Wembley against Swansea City, it's a very different emotion now for those in claret and amber. The patient build-up, and Northampton was sucked in. They didn't pick up Gary Thompson, who picked out the head of James Hansen perfectly. His side have just got to stand firm for a few moments. Jones goes short towards Reid. And Reid's managed to get round the back beyond Guttridge. This time the cross was beyond Hansen. But Doyle returns it back in, and it's a second goal! Rory McArdle and Bradford City surely have 1 foot in League One already. The side who never really turned up at Wembley on their last visit certainly have here today. A very similar build-up to the first one, superbly recycled by Doyle at the far post, and Rory McArdle with a bullet header. Another Bradford goal would surely seal this game already. Jones allowed to carry it forward. Now Hansen, Meredith, and Reid. Northampton can't get a kick here. Reid all the way to the byline again. Cameron's clearance. Darby in towards Wells. And this time, Lee Nichols able to make the save. But Bradford so much in control here. And despite the deflection, it's an easy save for the goalkeeper. Doyle. Space for Meredith to charge forward from fullback. Now Reid. Another header towards goal, and there's a third goal! And it's Naki Wells! And surely it's game over with less than half an hour played. And yet again, the quality of Bradford's crossing causing problems, although there may have been a case for offside against Hansen. But Thompson winning the ball in the air, and nobody picked up Wells, who maintains his excellent goal-scoring record against the Cobblers. That's his 7th in their last 6 meetings. It's not a great day out when you're 3-0 down with half an hour played. And this Bradford side seem to have peaked in their league season just at the right time. Only 2 defeats in 15 league games to finish the season following the League Cup final. And despite that first leg defeat at home to Burton in the playoffs, they got the job done in the second leg, and so far they're getting the job done here today, and it was almost 4-0. And Bradford City here could and should be out of sight. It was Kyle Reid with the final touch. And he's not really seen his side create a clear-cut chance so far in the game. Hansen can't get the ball the first time of asking, but he almost gets it. Second time around, and it's a brilliant save from Nichols. It's a clearance from Carlisle in the end, the deflection off Hansen, and the reflexes of Nichols, keeping Northampton Town alive in the game. And in the 56th minute of the game, the Bradford fans rise to remember the 56 people who died in the fire at Valley Parade back in 1985. Hackett over the free kick. Short towards Harding. A couple of deflections. Akinfenwa. And he was unable to produce Northampton's first shot on target. But it's the first real moment of concern inside the Bradford penalty area. Wells. Playing the 1-2 with Thompson. Hansen waits, so too does Reid. And Kyle Reid will know he should have finished the contest there. And again, the Northampton back four drawn towards Hansen, and as a result, those around him get the opportunities. It's good football from Bradford. Their dominance has been underlined with some great play, and almost finding Wells to make it 4. As we tick into the final minute of added time. Harding going for goal in the end. Well, it's their first shot on target in the 94th minute. Derby conceding the throw-in. And Bradford City have been such an effective unit today. And it's their day. Phil Parkinson can celebrate. A marathon season has a glorious conclusion for Bradford City. The lowest ranked former Premier League club begin to make their way back up the Football League pyramid.
Wow, from stacking the shelves at the Co-op to a Wembley goal, wow.
Yeah, I know, I've always dreamt it, even when we were playing Swansea, 3 months ago, and just a nice feeling it's gone in, and, the delight for the fans and all the players.
We knew that the promotion was going to be our aim from the start. Obviously, the League Cup speaks for itself, and to finally get here and accomplish what we set out to do, it's absolutely fantastic.
It's been a really poor end to a fantastic season. But what we can't do is sulk, and you're right, we can't sulk. We'll lick our wounds and we'll come back, because in my experience you've got to use things like this to spur you on. It ain't the first time that I've had a setback, and it's certainly not our team's first time I've had a setback, so we'll be back, mate.
Gary Jones leads his team up to receive the trophy. And after 64 games, they've still got the energy to head up the steps and receive the acclaim. A hug from the chairman, who has done so much to revive Bradford City. And after their financial meltdown and tumble down the divisions, Bradford City are on their way back.
Well, this was our 64th game today, over a marathon season. And I thought first half we blew Northampton away. With Naki and James Hansen up front, you can win any football game.
The manager had a lot of faith in me. Starting from pre-season, he told me, he brought me in and said, this year, you need to be the highest goal scorer in the league. I didn't do that, but, I notched in 26 goals, so it's been a great season. I play consistently and I score consistently.
This is more important than the Capital One final, because obviously this shapes the future of the club, and the club's been in the bottom tier for too long. To get back in the first division is a great achievement, and hopefully we can push on from here.
Is the manager going to be stepping out with them in League One next season?
Yeah, hopefully. When we've had the celebrations die down, myself and the staff will sit down with the board of directors, and hopefully we will all be here next year.
They didn't just do it, did they? They did what Swansea did to us. They beat them, and they deserve all the plaudits, but just magnificent, magnificent. Weren't the 7 years of rubbish